Hi everyone, my name is Mikala Catherine Jones. Thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel, Divine Source Questions. I wanted to do a little intro video that includes a sample of my Divine Source Questions sound bath. So briefly, how the Divine Source Questions practice originated for me is that it was about a year ago. Early 2023, I was going through a particularly rough time. It seemed like there was some big challenge going on, some big stress going on in every area of my life. And I was going through some paperwork, some old files and such, and I came across my hypnotherapy notes training from over 30 years ago. And in it, they were talking about, of course, the power of affirmations. However, they also were speaking to the idea that if you're in a really low place, or if there's some quality of life that you're not experiencing to any big degree, let's say prosperity, for example, then spouting off a whole bunch of affirmations, I'm so prosperous, I have so much prosperity in my life, is probably not going to be very effective, because if your conscious mind isn't believing it, your subconscious mind isn't believing it. And our lives are co-created through our subconscious. So in these notes, they talked about the workaround being putting your affirmation into the form of a question, particularly the phrase, how is it that? So instead of saying, I'm so prosperous, you say, how is it that I have so much prosperity in my life? How is it I experience so much love in my life, etc., etc.? And to give you an example or a hint of how rough things were for me at that time, the question that I was repeating over and over throughout the day, whether it was in morning meditation, going for a walk, driving in my car, the question I was repeating out loud or just in my mind was, how is it I have so much to live for? How is it I have so much to live for? How is it I have so much to live for? And I just kept doing that over and over. And pretty quickly, I did notice my mood really lift in a big way. And then things really started manifesting in my life that I was really excited about, that I was really passionate about. Things were coming to fruition for me. So clearly, in my perception, it was the questions that had really helped me move into this new expression and experience of my life. So that's the reason why we do them instead of affirmations. And of course, many of you know I've been a sound healer for many years, doing online sound baths since about 2020. And so I wanted to give you an example of a divine source question sound bath that I'll be doing once a month, as well as a recording that'll be up for 5 days. So basically, I'm going to start off with those particular sound baths using my 25 Tibetan bowls that I like to do in sequences of perfect fifth sala, or what is also called universal chords, which are really beautiful and powerful for clearing and bringing your body, mind, and spirit into alignment with that higher part of you, that higher self part of you, so that your life flows so much more easily. And of course, it seemed obvious to me to combine the questions with a sound bath. So I'll be doing those regularly, and I'll be starting off with about 10 minutes of kind of stream of consciousness questions that will flow right into a sound bath. I'll also be using my Venus Pisces gong, as well as some other little delightful sounds to take you deep into that theta brainwave state where deep healing, relaxation, and co-creation or manifestation can occur. So again, thank you for joining me. Please hit the subscribe button, like the video or the videos, there's lots on here now, and enjoy this practice that I'm going to be sharing with you here. And please feel free to use it as much as possible, as much as you like, especially if you're going through a particularly hard time. I can say from experience that it will help. So we'll begin. I invite you to simply take a few deep breaths, get settled in, feeling the chair, the floor, the bed underneath you, allowing your body to relax, just continuing with those easy breaths. And you can repeat after me. Why By the way, I just realized I forgot to say why I'm going to be speaking these in the terms of we. I say these in the form of we as opposed to I, because I like to speak into the collective consciousness and creating the unity consciousness. Also, when we place a hand on our belly, that a healer friend of mine in Mena, Arkansas, by the name of Billy Joe, described to me, we're talking to all of our inner children. So it's a really powerful way to heal those inner kids and to, on a quantum level, shift the past, transform the past, the present, and therefore the future. So again, just settling in, bringing your hand to your belly, and I invite you to repeat in your mind with me or repeat out loud after me if you feel called to do as well. How is it we experience so much peace in our lives? How is it we are the embodiment of peace? How is it we experience so much peace in our lives? How is it we experience so much love in our lives? How is it we are the embodiment of love? How is it we experience so much love, both giving and receiving, so naturally, so easily in our lives? How is it we experience so much prosperity in our lives? How is it we are the embodiment of abundance and prosperity? How is it we experience so much prosperity and abundance in our lives? How is it we experience so much radiant health in our lives? How is it we are the embodiment of radiant health? How is it we experience so much radiant health in our bodies and our lives? How is it we experience so much joy in our lives? How is it we are the embodiment of joy? How is it we experience so much joy in our lives? And how is it peace and love are winning on the planet now? How is it peace and love are winning on the planet now? How is it peace and love are winning on the planet now? Thank you for joining me. Please email me, send me a message here on YouTube if you'd like to be added to the invitations for my monthly Divine Question, Divine Source Question sound bath recordings. Much love to you all.